Yo, what up? It's your boy Chad back with another video, back on Angel Time. On the first ask if you guys get the like button on the way into the video. Doesn't cost you a thing, but it means everything to me. And if you guys are liking the content, subscribe to the tribe. So first, apologies for my absence this last week. Your boy had the food poisoning and I'm finally starting to get better. So I hit the gym this morning for the first time in a week. And this is the first video I'm putting out. So yeah, your boy had food poisoning. Food poisoning is no joke. So for you guys out there, make sure you cook your chicken good, because I never want that to happen to me ever again. But I'm back to cooking up this content. So if you guys look at the title of the video, I named it Why I Stopped Going to Church. Why I stopped going to church. And first, I want to say big salutes to the churches out there that are really preaching the raw and unadulterated truth out there in these streets. Like these churches out there that are not caring about filling their seats up or not caring about becoming rich or whatever like that. Like the churches out there that are preaching the raw truth no matter what. Big salutes to you churches out there, because it's not many of you churches out there. And if I was to ever find one of these churches, I would definitely start going. But unfortunately, there's not these many churches out there nowadays. Like, in fact, the word church seems to be interchangeable with the word circus. So that's why I'm making this video right now, man. The reasons why I stopped going to church. So let's get it. Number one is no sound doctrine. And in Amos 8:11, God says that he's going to send a famine in the earth of the word. And I do believe that there's going to be a time where you won't hear the word at all, but I believe this is happening right now, because when do you ever hear like the true word of God, like the true words of the Bible? And it's not in these churches nowadays, and I hate to say it. And as you know, once we come to the truth and we start learning everything, like we start to see all the lies we've been told to all in our life. Like, and the Bible seems to have an answer for every single thing, that every single scenario, there's either an answer or even a story-based scenario that we can refer to help us to get us out of that situation. Like there's a scenario or a story to help us get out of that situation. And you never ever really hear like the churches nowadays really preaching the truth nowadays, like telling the people who the real Israelites are, talking about who the true God and who the true Jesus is and everything. Like you just hear like the nonsense in the church nowadays. Like church nowadays is just a performance, it's just a fashion show, it's just a daily gossip center. It's everything but the way that the church was intended to be. And this is why I found these churches nowadays no sound doctrine. There's a lot of fear mongering and everything nowadays, like not knowing that, again, the answer to a lot of these questions are in the Bible. Like the Bible is very stern about a lot of things, but again, like people never ever refer to the Bible for answers nowadays. Like they'll go to Instagram, they'll go to YouTube, they'll go to everything else except for the source itself to get answers. So that was number one right there, man. Definitely no sound doctrine in any of these churches nowadays that I see or I come across. So, and next is they only preach the prosperity scriptures. And I looked up the definition of the word prosperity, and it says the condition of being successful or thriving. So these are the scriptures that only talk about like David defeating Goliath, or Moses leading the children of Israel out of Egypt, or Daniel being thrown in the lion's den and nothing happening to him. Like, and no, it is nothing wrong with preaching prosperity scriptures. Like, in fact, we all need these scriptures to uplift us every now and again. But to be preaching these scriptures all the time when there's a lot of other Bible you can cover over, like that is where the problem comes. Like, it's not only about the prosperity scriptures. Like I said, okay, we know about Daniel defeating Goliath. Yes, we know about Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego getting thrown in the fiery furnace. Yes, we know these scriptures. Yes, we know Jesus walked on water. Yes, we know Jesus was raised after 3 days from the dead. Yes, we know these scriptures. Yes, we know it. But again, there's plenty of other Bible you can go over. So that's another problem that I have in a lot of these churches. Like they only go over prosperity scriptures and that alone. So next is they advertise Genie God or Genie Jesus. And don't get me wrong, like I just got finished reading the gospel, and there were plenty of people where Jesus healed and he said your faith alone has made you saved. So there's nothing wrong with that. But also, faith without works is dead. So if you're not putting in the work for yourself at times, like, things are not going to happen to you. Like, you can't expect a blessing to come to you if you are still sinning and still doing evil things to people out in the world. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, faith without works is dead. God requires something from us also, whether it be fasting, praying, anything. Like, don't just expect that God is just going to come and fix your situation. Like, it is not the case. Yes, he can, but again, like, don't always just think that God is just going to just fix your situation without you having to do anything at all. Like, no, it's going to require you changing. And also, advertising the genie God. Like, some of these pastors and some of these people in the church, like, they prey on humans struggles or whatever like that, because they all know that we all have financial problems, we all have health problems, we all have demons we have to overcome. Like, we all some of us are looking for husbands, some of us are looking for wives, like, some of us are looking for every single thing. So again, with the advertising the genie gospel, and this also plays into the prosperity scriptures also, because like, they only promote like God coming in to fix your situation without you changing your situation at all. Especially for women out there, like you women out there that are looking for husbands, and these pastors, or even some of these YouTubers or some of these Instagrammers that say your kingdom spouse is on the way or whatever like that. Like, no, like, it's going to require you to change also. Like, you have to become a wife. Like, some of y'all women, like, y'all got demons on y'all. Like, y'all have to pray and fast and become women of God and become wives also. So you can't expect a husband to come if you're not a wife yourself. So again, like, some of these churches out there only advertise the genie God or the genie Jesus, and that was a problem that I found in some of these churches. And lastly was pandering to women. And I remember when I used to go to church, like, the majority of the people that were in the church was maybe 85 to 90% women, and usually older women. And some of these pastors nowadays are sounding like some of these female dating coaches that you would see on Instagram or on YouTube or whatever like that. I remember I was actually watching a sermon, and this is a famous guy, by the way, and he was talking about the story of Adam and Eve. And we all know the story of Adam and Eve, but he was saying how we all know that when Adam came and God gave Adam the work to do, which was to name all the animals and all that. And so after he was finished naming all the animals, he was lonely, and he asked God to send him a companion. So that's how Eve was created from Adam. But this pastor, what he did was switch the words around, and he said that how when Adam came into the world, he needed Eve, and when Eve came into the world, she needed nothing. And he made his whole sermon on saying how men need women and women don't need men. So again, like, these men pastor nowadays are pandering to women. Like, I can tell you right now, I don't know what true man of God would ever tell a woman that she does not need a man. If God is ever sending a man to a woman, that man is coming to bring order, standards, and value and discipline in that woman, and to bring order in that woman's life. And I'm not saying this in a misogynistic type of way. I'm saying this in the true way. The man is supposed to be head over the woman. So again, I don't know what man of God would ever tell a woman that she does not need a man, and she could just struggle and do everything by herself, and she's strong and independent and all that type of stuff. No man, no true man of God would ever tell a woman that. So again, to the point I'm trying to make, like, a lot of these pastors nowadays are just pandering to women, because at the end of the day, it's the women out there that are spending the money, and it's the women out there that are showing up and filling up the queues and all that type of stuff. Like, I actually saw a video where a woman was saying that it's not that the men don't want to go to church, it's just that we know that the truth is not in the churches nowadays. And this is exactly why I'm making this video right now. There's not a lot of truth in these churches nowadays, and it's a problem. Like, we want to go to church. Like, we want to go to church. Like, we want to be out there doing everything. Like, we want to be out there singing and making music and teaching and learning ourselves. But again, like, there's not a lot of truth out there in these churches nowadays. And I hate to have to even make this video right now, but it's the reality that we live in. So those are the reasons right there why I stopped going to church, man. And you guys leave in the comment section if you guys still go to church, if you guys still going to one of these churches that are in the truth. Leave it in the comment section. And if you guys don't go to church, leave it in the comment section if you what reasons why you don't go to church. So that wraps up with the video right there, man. First, get right with the Most High, then get on Angel Time. I'm back.